Hey guys, Draws Short Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Beast Wars Mega Class, I believe, Scorponok. So, here he is in his Scorpion mode, and, well, I'll just say it's about time I took a look at this figure, because if you don't know, I believe I've had this guy since March 2017, so that was like... It feels like a long time ago. It actually hasn't been like a long time ago, but still. I mean, that was like literally the beginning of my channel, pretty much. I mean, if you want to know how long that is, that was like before I even started the Transformers Easter special, like the first one. Yeah, it's been pretty long then. Yeah, the last review I did was on Polar Claw, funny enough. The other Mega Class figure, his wave mate, Scorponok. So, that's pretty funny. So it's like, now we're finally doing it again. So yeah, so basically I haven't gotten to it before, like I've had this figure, but I just never got the chance to review it. And yeah, the two reasons why I didn't or I decided to go with this figure: A, my stores still do not have any of the new stuff like the Studio Series or the Origin Bumblebee or anything like that, so that's pretty unfortunate. And the other reason is because last week the Kingdom series came out on Netflix. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I haven't seen it yet, but hey, why not tie it in? And plus, the Kingdom Scorponok figure, finally give this guy a look after 4.5 years. So, and yeah, this is like the same figure. Yeah, I believe I got this guy around the same time I got the Thrilling 30 Waspinator, and yeah, that was like obviously before the Easter special, because obviously I got Waspinator in the Easter special. Like, he was in there. So, but yeah, anyways, so yeah, here is Scorponok and Scorpion, and yeah, it looks pretty nice. So, anyways, and this is again not the Kingdom one. This is the original 1996 Scorponok, the Mega Class one. As you can see, this is the Scorpion. It looks pretty cool. Not quite accurate. Like, he kind of have more of this going on, this kind of color going on, that kind of bluish gray thing. So, I don't know what that is. Yeah, pretty cool. The legs, unfortunately, just one piece there. And then got this claw thing here, which, I'll set this here. So, what you do with that is, you just take this back here, and you just lift this piece forward, and probably have to use your thumb, and kind of, just can stab your enemies pretty much now. Ow, 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 ow. So yeah, that's pretty fun. That's a pretty fun gimmick. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like, either I think that's the funnest gimmick in Beast Wars, or the Optimus Primal, the one with his fist banging his chest. I still can't decide which one I like more now, but yeah, anyways, yeah, pretty cool. And he does have other gimmicks. Well, first of all, on his right claw here, he does have two little missile holders, but here's the thing. When I got him, I believe he was complete. Now, I don't think he came with any missiles, because I don't think he did originally, because I don't see any, like, little buttons that, like, would launch them. Like, you think these things right here would be, but they're not. They're just molded in. So, yeah, there's not really anything going on there, but I'm not sure if that originally had missiles, but either way, I don't think they fire. But what he does have is, like Polar Claw, he does have like a little minion inside of his hands. And this time it's Cyberbee. The other one was, I believe, called Bat Scout or Scout Bat. I forgot. I think it's Bat Scout. I checked TFWiki before this review. As you can see, he's right in there, and he did have this in the cartoon, so this is cartoon accurate. And the new Kingdom one will also have the Cyberbee. I mean, there's people out there that already have that figure, and I don't yet. Come on, stores on it. But anyways, but yeah, if you launch this, what's cool is you can see the face is like, hey, but if you launch it, launch. Come on, launch. The one time, like, there's these times where it accidentally comes out. I'm like, but then when I finally want it to come out, it's not coming out. Come on. Okay, there we go. I had to help it out a bit. I guess it's staying pretty good. And then once you take that out, I guess the gimmick doesn't work as now as it did 25 years ago, but it launches. And transforms. And there we go. There we go. There you have Cyberbee in its, I'm not sure if it's male or female. It's robot mode or B mode. And yeah, pretty cool. I'd say this is a very nice thing. Now, it doesn't look as good as that new Kingdom one, because obviously that one doesn't have these giant flaps for wings, but this one still looks pretty good. So yeah. And I just realized, I think these are actually the bug legs. I just noticed that. I'm like, huh. But yeah, pretty cool. And you see these, that same translucent bluish gray plastic. That's pretty cool. It looks more blue though, honestly. Like when you have it like fill up, it looks more gray, but when you have that off, that looks more blue. Well, that just could be this white background. But yeah, very, very cool. Again, details, you got black for the eyes, silver for the little mouth area, and you got yellow back here. And yeah, very, very cool. And of course, the transform back, you just fold this all up at once. And once you got that situated, just have to tap this in here and do that. Just fold that all up, and you just attach it right in here. Right. Attach. You detached earlier. Took a while to detach, so reattach. There we go. So, see, the one time when I don't want it to launch, it launches. But when I do want to launch, it doesn't launch. But, yeah, anyways. So, yeah, just reattach that there. Alright, so. Yeah, pretty cool gimmick. Even at times it just randomly does that thing where it just launches. So, yeah, very, very cool. But anyways, for articulation, the head does not move, because it's basically just the feet tabbed all in. Just so, yeah. The arms, they work the same as the robot mode. They go in and out here. They swivel all around. Yeah, and then this tail thing moves, pretty much. Yeah, so you got elbows here. Then, like, a wrist swivel here. And you can open this up, and then this you can't, because, you know, the gimmick. But, yeah. But that's pretty much the same on both arms. And then all the legs go in and out on either side. So yeah, not really much articulation. It's to be expected with a 25-year-old Scorpion figure that transforms. Yeah, that's why you know it's going to be pretty limited articulation-wise. But hey, I don't mind it, because that's what the Kingdom one is for. So yeah, but anyways, now for comparison, here he is with his Wavemate, Polar Claw. As you can see, you got the Bat Scout here. So, yeah, oh boy, the white blends in so much. So, yeah, there you have that. Now I do want to compare the little minion things. So here we got the Cyberbee and Bat Scout, I believe. And again, I totally forgot. Yeah, anyways, so here's there, then you just have to, come on, why didn't this fall out there? We go there, we go. So yeah, there you have that. And honestly, I do prefer the Cyberbee, because, you know, and yeah, because again, you got these white wings. Now, this is still pretty cool, this Bat Scout here, you know. I do still quite like it, but honestly, Cyberbee for the win, you know, because, I mean, there's not really much paint, and, I mean, there's a little face going on. You can see, like, this little eye and a mouth. Come on, focus. There we go. Going on with the bat, but hey, yeah, still pretty good. I still like this, you know, but it looks more definitely like a polar bear's hand folded up. Yeah. So, yeah, there you have that. Anyways, so here he is with Pterosaur. This is another Predacon I have. Well, yeah, what's his name? Polar Claw, he's a maximum, of course, but, you know, this is yeah, I only think other than this guy, I think I have only two other Predacon characters, which are, this guy and Megatron. Yeah. And then these two die in, like, the Season 2 premiere, I'm pretty sure they did, so that's kind of funny there. But not funny, because, but, you know what I mean. And finally, here he is with his boss, Megatron. Yes! I can still do the impression, even if it's not the Kingdom one. It's still Megatron, and I'm surprised I have a better impression than the Kingdom one, voice actor. Oh! But, yeah. Anyways, yeah, there. We have those two together. So, yeah. Pretty cool. And by the way, I'm not going to attack the voice actor for the Kingdom. No one attack him in the comments. Do not. do not. But anyways, because we do not want any hate comments or anything. But anyways, so yeah, there is the Scorpion mode. So yeah, pretty fun. I think this is like the funner of the two modes, and you know, like my personal favorite of the two, because again, you can have that going on. Why did this win the Toy of the Year award? But anyways, so yeah, so anyways, now for transformation, what you first want to do is you want to untap this like head area here, which is the legs. You know, there you go. And then lower this down. Then flip out the toes, heels, all that going on. So yeah, there's that. And then just want to fold all this out. Take out the legs, lower them down. And then you just want to raise up the head. And there's this little peg that will tab into that hole right there. So just want to make sure that's all lined up. And then you just want to rotate around the scorpion tail, like so. Just want to make sure it's sitting up like this, kind of. Alright, then just want to press the legs together. And then, oh, there goes the bee thing, yeah. Now, anyways, lower the arms. So yeah, there's that. And once you got that, there you have Beast Wars Scorponok in his robot mode. Come on, be attached. But yeah, so after fixing up Scorponok there with the whole Cyberbee thing, there you have Scorponok in his robot mode. And I gotta say, this is still just, you know, despite me preferring the alt mode on this figure, I still really do enjoy the robot mode. Like, it is like sculpt wise look pretty accurate. It's just unfortunately they didn't paint, like if they painted up more, this would have been like a pretty accurate figure for its time. But because of budget, you know, yeah, they kind of sacrificed there, which I understand. But anyways, so yeah, here is the detail. So the head sculpt there, and this is actually the mutant head on this guy. So this ain't actually the head, but what's cool, I think this is probably one of my favorite mutant heads because it actually looks pretty good. Probably looks even better than the actual face on the inside. So, but speaking of which, let's open up and we get to see a kind of accurate color-wise robot face for Scorponok. And yeah, this is probably one of the most accurate, like in terms of color-wise, most accurate color-wise heads that I think I've seen in the Beast Wars line. But he didn't have like that little thing there, that little vent thing or whatever that is going on. Like he actually had a mouth. But hey, the Kingdom one fixes that. That's why I really like the head sculpt on that figure. Looks amazing. Just if only my stores had that one. Yeah, it looks very, very cool. I will still say that. It looks very, very cool. And yeah, and I do like how they actually had his chest here look a lot like the cartoons. Just didn't actually paint it to look like the cartoon. But it does look very good. And then you got the legs here. The proportions of this guy, like, I mean, yeah, it looks, if this were actually a human, it look pretty odd, but for the actual Scorponok and Beast Wars, it actually looks very, very good. Surprisingly, especially for its time. And I do like how the legs, like, you know, go up to the side of the chest, so it keeps things, you know, more clean. So I do like that. And yeah, you got that pretty cool looking plastic. All around, very, very good. And then, yeah, you got that there. That's probably my only complaint, kind of, with the figure, because it does get a bit back heavy if in certain positions, like the, yeah, that's my own complaint. The only reason I got him to stand up is I just used the back of the wall there for him to stand up. So I'm thankful to do that. But if you just have him standing up in the middle of something, you got a problem with this guy. Unless if you got something that supports it, but still, like for the actual figure, that is probably my only main gripe with them. Because like, yeah, the other stuff I can, like the paint, I can, forgive because of its time, and, and it does make up for the very nice, cool looking face paint, on the face sculpt there. But, other than that, my actual only real gripe is the back support. But yeah, very cool. So for articulation, it's kind of hard to move with these little faceplate things, but his head is on the ball joint. It's still pretty tight, probably because, again, it's hard to move with all of this going all around. Yeah, it's probably, you know, kind of weird thing how this goes like that and that. It's just kind of pretty weird. But yeah, his head does move. The arms, yeah, a lot of the joints of this guy is still tight, I mean, except for this, but that's not meant to be tight, though. But yeah, anyways, yeah, his shoulders can move full 180 degrees, and then his elbows can move, and they can swivel around and bend right here at this joint. His wrists also do swivel. It's just basically like what you saw before. He does not have a waist due to how his transformation works, but he does. This Beast Wars is like the beginning of the ball joint, you know, and recently that's kind of all ended, like the mainline Transformers, you know, your War for Cybertron, because after Battle of the Primes, Hasbro seemed to stop using ball joints, which can be good. So over time, the legs and arms don't like loosen up over time. So I do like how they do it now, but as you can see, they got very big ball joints, so that'll keep things secure. And then you can pivot in and out. Legs can go up that far. Legs can go all the way that back far. Yeah, like these Beast Wars figures, like a huge step up from the G1 toys, as well as G2, since they use a lot of the G1 molds. And even the new G2 figures kind of lacked in articulation as well. So anyways, the knees do bend that far, and the feet do pivot back and forth, sorta, and his toes and heels do move a bit. So yeah, so quite some interesting articulation. Not the greatest, but not bad in my opinion. And then there goes this again. Yeah, I'm just gonna move this thing out of the way if you don't mind. But yeah, but still very, very solid. Yeah, it's another one of my only gripes. The Cyberbee does not stand too well compared to Polar Claw, which is kind of a shame, because if they got to do that figure so good, then yeah. So I'm glad they kind of don't implement those gimmicks in their Kingdom figures now. But yeah, and it was a shame because I just realized on the poster for like when they showed all the characters that'll be in Kingdom, one of them was Polar Claw. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so excited I get to do Polar Claw, because actually, if you don't know, guys, one of my favorite figures in Beast Wars is actually Polar Claw, because I really like how good it was. But he just needs a new figure, because I don't think he's got a figure officially since his Beast Wars figure. So he's got to get that new figure. Even if it's Generation Selects, he's got to get a new figure. Even if he didn't appear in the cartoon, he's still got to get a figure. I mean, literally, we got G2 figures, and those weren't even in a cartoon. Anyways, so now for comparison, here he is with the Mega Class Polar Claw. As you can see, his rival, and he's quite a bit taller. Here he is with his death mate. It's kind of weird. Terracer also kind of has. He does have a trouble, yeah. And just realize that he does have trouble standing up. He's still got pretty good ball joints in the legs or his hips, but it's just yeah, the back weight. But yeah, that's about as tall as he stands. But someone who can stand, yes, that would be me, Megatron. Yes. Or like the Netflix one, yes. But yeah, anyways, so there you have that. So yeah, there you have the comparisons. Oh my, am I so stupid? I've totally forgot one thing with the transformation of the Cyberbee. No wonder why this thing keeps popping off. It's not because of the figure, or maybe part of the figure. It's just me. So what you actually gotta do is fold the head up, fold the thing back, the tail back, and then we'll tab in. Well, let's get together. Wait, that's right. You gotta lower this like that. Then there you go. That's what I was doing wrong. So then you just attach that in, and okay, that's actually that's actually a bit harder to get in there, but that's, I believe, the correct way you gotta do it. So yeah, there you have that. So there you guys have my long-awaited review of the Beast Wars Transformers Mega Class Scorponok. So yeah, there you have that. And yeah, it is actually quite a bit trickier to get that in there with the correct way to transform. So maybe that's why I just use that out of the way. But yeah, either way, still a very cool figure, and I'm trying to. Unfortunately, I can't have this up so I can show that. That's what I'm actually trying to do. So just pretend it's like this the whole time. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, overall, one of my favorite figures as well in the Beast Wars line, like these Mega Class figures, you know, the first wave at least, you know, Polar Claw and Scorponok, very solid figures. But honestly, in my opinion, I think I do prefer the Polar Claw just a bit more because I do like how much more solid that figure is. You know, literally, it's a lot more solid compared to this one with the whole bee thing going on there, and you know, with that going on, it's a little more, you know, one piece with the whole Polar Claw. But still, very, very good figure. This figure is very close to that one. Just has a few things that make it a little below that one, but that doesn't ruin the figure for me at all. So anyways, there you guys have my thoughts on the figure. But anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more. Comment down below if you guys like this guy or not, and which one do you like more? Do you like Polar Claw more or Scorponok more? Let me know down below. And as always, guys, till all are one.